That's what she said. What does that even mean? No, what is that, like a power bottom or something? It was funny. I saw something one time, somebody said a power bottom. Like, what does that mean?
It's like Taco Bell.
Oh, I can't believe they're actually still working on the paint booth. Tries willy-nilly wasn't acting like a girl already and quitting.
Yeah, I got it. So obviously we're doing a color garage. Building out a little bit to keep some weight, and then...
Well, once we get like the corners on it, like it should be...
Yeah, we can start squaring it. Like if we move the stuff behind the booth, we could walk from the wall. Okay, this corner's here.
Right.
Put a tap.
Well, dude, it didn't seem like the wall was straight, but yeah.
Well, we're rolling off that. Take Tapcon and one of the things, or you know, the anchor, to use that to pivot to bring this side in, or vice versa.
Guess you made it to school that day.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel your nonsense.
Started the color garage.
The funny thing about the paint booth is that we clearly need to like paint the paint booth.
I quit.
Right. Like, so this one's mine or what? Oh, this one's yours? Fuck.
No, that one is.
Okay, well then have fun. So I guess my other thought too is once we do get this debacle going,
The second floor is going.
I feel like a second floor. I just don't know how much of a midget I am, but it would appear that I don't know how much room that's going to be up there. 4 foot, 5 foot.
I mean, if you look at it, that's quite a bit of distance. I mean, even from this corner of the color garage up to that beam.
Ain't gonna be any tighter than your bedroom.
Go back.
Yay.
Top's off.
She took her top off.
The top of his hamburger. That's why I didn't want to swing too hard. Well, the CORNOVAVIRUS does not have the, no, they're not stupid, the GT45 $150 Amazon turbos. Those big guys, which 150 bucks, went 920s with no tuning and 15 pounds of boost, so we got the newer, littler ones that I guess we're gonna see how they spool up, but I kind of cursed myself. I put this turbo on here and I was like, oh man, this thing, everything just bolts on perfect. I was like, huh, how did I just put these turbos on and they bolted on just directly? And then the second I said that, all hell broke loose. So the piping's not long enough. This turbo on this side is going to be all cattywampus. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. Finally just got those other big ones off. We're going to put one on something and one on something else. And we'll put these new little... I got some better billet ones we're going to throw, but we're not going to put those on yet. So these things were so laggy, the GT45s. Obviously everybody complains. I'm not a tuner, I don't know what the hell. So we're simply bolting on the smaller turbos just to see how more responsive it is. The sound of that sounds horrible, putting on smaller turbos, but I guess, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm sure they're going to spool it way better and be way better. So those other ones are just not really meant for what we have, you know. Plus, obviously, we have a huge exhaust housings. Those are more single turbos, so we're going to throw one of those on the Rio, one of them on something else. I'll get these littler turbos put on this thing, and then we're going to see what happens. The old chip box here, she's having some issues, but she's got some pretty nice pistons in her. Obviously the roller rockers are cattywomp. The heads are pretty good Canfield heads. Looks like they're like CNC ported and polished, but just the intake valves being moved over that 150th of an inch or whatever is just not really cooperating right. We pulled out one valve because the tops of the valves were nicked, which is the reason we pulled it off. You see how like that guy right there is, so we're gonna get a few valves for it. I might throw some other heads on it. Obviously this thing's a whole cattywampus thing, but the heads look pretty decent flowing as far as that goes. But you know, these rockers are ridiculous with the offset. Not sure the tunnel ram's going back on. I don't know. I gotta figure out what to do. I'm not the biggest fan of running this thing on racing fuel, and I'm not exactly sure. They said it was 13 to 1, but other than that, it's supposedly a fresh motor. Oil's a little milky. I can't say I've really seen a blown head gasket or anything, but we're doing a little more investigating. It's got a big solid roller, so I think I'll probably put it on E85 single carb. I guess I just realized that it has a 400 block, so, and it has steam ports, so apparently it's a 400 block. I thought it was a 383 stroker from what I was told, so maybe it's got a D-stroke crank, so I guess we'll have to check the stroke. So I'm gonna go check the grandmother gauge, check the bore, see what's really going on here. Might throw some other heads on it. Gotta get some 208 valves, so I got a couple of those ordered just in case, but the whole rocker thing is just, I don't know, if they don't line up right, it's just the whole, basically it doesn't make sense unless they're like a shaft mounted rocker, it seems. It just seems like a garbage design is all, so we need a little cleaning up. But then we're gonna get the old shit box back here, then we need to start doing burnouts, something. So I was hoping to drive this thing around and do burnouts for tailgating for the Browns, but that hasn't happened yet. So updates on that, and like I said, the Nova's getting the new turbos. We're gonna do it quick and easy this time just to kind of compare. I hate the headers, I hate a bunch of stuff that we'll redo later, but for now I just want to see the difference in those big turbos versus the little ones. Obviously the GT45s are a bit much, we know, so hopefully it spools up faster. Like I said, it was a total tard, but I probably have the timing way off, or I'm probably not doing something right. Roughing a little lean, but we're gonna get it figured out. Pretty sad, those bigger turbos, I really just want them to go 890s, but they only went 920. They're like 148, so I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, so we might need to do a little shaving then or something.
A couple of the spots are pretty ugly.
I bet. Well, just to grind them down. We'll have to grind them down. So clearly we're finishing up the exhaust here on the Nova. The flanges were a little smaller. So somehow I let Rob weld my shit and I don't let anybody touch my car, so here we go. We'll see how, actually it'll be fine. Just, I said the flanges were 3.5 to 3 inch, so we were able to just weld flanges right on the exhaust and we're ready to go. The couplers aren't pretty, but they're on. Got to hook up a few little things. This thing's ready to rock and roll. So we'll have it done here shortly. And we're going to fire it up, let her warm up, and see if it spools differently, or see how differently it spools. Coming in there, it's kind of weird putting smaller turbos on stuff, but the one freaking coupler I ordered that had to be blue to get here today wasn't in the right size, so we like made it fit. So hopefully Rob isn't fucking with my exhaust too much. If anybody asks, we'll just tell him Scooter did it or Will did it. So. Me and Rob here got the Nova back together. Seems like everything's ready to rock and roll. We're not exactly the biggest fan of our rubber clamps and all, but they look a little crazy, but we're not worried about that right now. So hopefully this thing starts right up and I don't look like an ass on this video, but I can't imagine why it wouldn't. I wonder if this thing's gonna sound different or what is gonna happen.
There's only one way to find out.
I feel ya. The cam's a little much. But everybody was saying that the cam shouldn't necessarily make it spool like, not like it was. But I don't know. Okay. Stupid key all the time. And of course I have everything on too. What an ass. I have everything on. I literally couldn't have one more thing off. Why do I have the fan on? It's amateur hour over here, everybody. Oh, imagine that's enough fuel. Hit the wrong button. I just literally shut it right off. The same or not?
Mine seems like it's a little louder.
Yeah. Definitely like this cam, it didn't do the rocket like it did with the stage 2. But yeah, so corn cobs in there, like how they do it on the videos. Yeah. That side seemed like it's spinning faster. Well, so obviously she's back to running again. She loves having moisture in her. Definitely is maybe a little louder, huh?
What, too much boost?
I just, like I said, I freaked out. Hit 6 pounds of boost. I didn't even know what to do with myself. And then when I let out of it is actually, I think when that thing shot, right?
Yeah. I thought you killed it.
No. I let out of it because I was scared. I was like, holy crap, this thing made way too much boost way too fast. Apparently I didn't loosen the, or drain the overflow, which that's why you usually keep water in race cars, but we're in Ohio. So, yeah, I don't know how much that was, but dude, that was like 100 million times faster spooling up. Like, that's what all that crap is over there on the ground, huh? It just, like all that shit right there, huh? Just blew out this way?
Yeah, it shot out like a fucking rocket.
Nice. Did you probably didn't happen to notice if the turbos looked like they were spinning the same, or?
No.
Nice. I do, yeah, you weren't even looking at it, but
I was trying to time it.
yeah, I don't know what the hell the timing was on that, but I can tell you that was so many oodles better that it's insane. Like, I'm trying to call out the Dragon Slayer on a fucking on an asphalt road. On a track it might get me, but back of the track, I don't know. I don't know what, dude, this thing was screaming bloody murder. Quick. It just started building so much. Like, usually it's like, and like it would hit like 0.02, 04, and it just,
Yeah, went 2.4.
yeah, 2.4, 5.5, 6. I was like, jeez. Like, settle down, dude. So, I guess that's back at it.